So I'm talking today about animes that has a special place in your heart. Not the stuff that we're seeing nowadays or a couple of years ago. I'm talking about the things which I used to see from about a decade or even more than a decade. 15 years ago, when I was only 5 years old, I watched so many animes. I remember like Captain Tsubasa, that's Captain Maggot for a lot of people. Mowgli or the Jungle Book, the anime version. Grandizer, a super duper cool anime. Mecha anime that, the 70s was the time where animes went with the mechas to defeat the aliens, which was always attacking Tokyo. Alibaba and Sindbad Adventures, Sandy Bell, another classic there. The Transformers, the very old Transformers, early 1990s. So I watched a lot, but if I talk about special anime, I want to talk about two animes. One is called Me and My Brother, or Anawaki, and another one called Rimi. Now, I don't know the names in Japanese because the dubbing studio, which is Venus Studio, the one that does a lot of Space Tunes dubbings, which is the channel which we used to watch animes, it had the habit of changing the names sometimes from its original names, either to translate it or just, change it. And they had also the habit of changing some of, the names of the characters from Japanese to Arabic. So, Me and My Brother it's actually a slice of life anime. It's about a boy who is 10 years old and another boy who is 4 years old, or about 3 years old, and they're brothers. And their mom has died, and now they're showing you their lives and how they are trying to cope with their lives without their mom, and they're still very young. And it's such a sometimes the show is pretty hilarious. Some other times it's just you want to cry, and it's just a beautiful anime because it teaches you a lot. We know we all love our mothers, but there's so many things that moms do and we don't even know. And we love them, we know they're great, but we don't really know how great they are because we fight with them and we get mad at our moms at sometimes, but that anime kind of shows you how great moms are truly is. And here, moms are, and in any country in the world, moms are an important deal. So that anime kind of shows that. Another anime which was called Rimi. I loved the style of Rimi. It happened kind of in the 1800s. It's about a girl who was kidnapped and she was left when she was a little baby, and then a family found her. They took her in to take care of her, and the family, the father worked as a farmer, but he broke his leg, so now he cannot work, so now they're tied on money. And so Rimi's like 13, 14 years old at that time. He told her that you're not our daughter, I have found you, and so he throws her away, and she have to now cope with her life on the streets. She met some kids who've been stealing for a living, and she's been telling them, you don't steal, you work to gain money and we will pay. There was this terrible guy who was telling them, if you don't get me the money, then you will not live and you will not get food and all. And so she was trying to teach him that stealing is not the option, even if you are absolutely stuck and there is no other way for you. So that was another important anime to me. There's so many animes, let's see, that I've seen when I was a kid. Detective Conan, that's been airing since 1998. It's been airing till this day, so that's like 12 years. Yeah, maybe even before that. But I believe I started watching it when I was 7, so that's 1997. Yes, it's been airing for 13 years now. Let's see, what other animes? Actually, the first Gundam anime I got to watch was on that channel. It was one of the very few animes that was not cut or montaged or played with, because you see what happens with Japanese animes when Warner Brothers takes the license over them and how much they change it. They change it in a very obvious way. We know that this part is cut. We know that you have changed the story because it doesn't make any sense. So, they did that in later animes in 2003. Fortunately, Gundam was probably the one anime that they haven't played around with in any way. Maybe a little bit, but the plot and the story was still 95% of it is still the same. So many animes. Hunter x Hunter, actually. It started first on that channel. I started watching it. I wasn't really into it, you know. Yeah, cool, fun. But then I really got into it because I fell in love with it. And more animes, but I just don't remember any more of that. Oh, there is a cool one called Thunderblade, which was really, really cool. But yeah, so this is the question of this video. What is your very old anime, really, really old, that holds for you a special meaning in your heart? You see, mines are 15 years old, could be even older, could be like aired in the very beginnings of the 1990s, because, yeah, they're pretty old. So what's your anime that holds a special place in your heart? Alright, see you in another video.